Let me be the first to congratulate you on reaching this important milestone in your graduate program. You've worked long and hard to reach this culminating experience of the graduate practicum. This course is a chance to show off what you've learned in the program and to apply it in practical ways. We like to call this course the Master's Project, and I pray that this experience will lead you into a greater appreciation for the rigors of scholarship and service in the education profession. This course is highly individualized and can take many different directions. I thought it might be helpful to take a look at a few of the previous projects that have been done in this course. The first, and is one of my very favorites, it's the Rafiki curriculum. It's a curriculum development project similar to that developed in your course called the Curriculum and Diverse Learners. We have a working relationship with Rafiki Foundation, which has 10 orphanages in Africa. We wrote monthly thematic units for first grade math that was Africanized. Basically, you would be responsible for writing 2 weeks of a monthly unit, and you can work with a partner to create a full month of daily lesson plans. I am so excited to report that we have just 2 months left to complete the entire first grade curriculum, September and November. For more information, take a look at the link to the Rafiki project in Blackboard to review the introductory PowerPoint and the materials that have already been developed. An article written for the Alumni Spotlight can be reviewed also at one of the Blackboard links. Similar curriculum development project. One student created a 4-week health, nutrition, and hygiene unit that's being used by House of Hope in Romania. There's also an article at Southeastern News about that project. Another student wrote a semester-long hands-on curriculum on energy for a 6th grade after-school science club. You could also opt to do a master's thesis. There's a link in Blackboard to the format, and this might be a consideration for you if you're planning to go on for a doctorate. Just also be aware that we use the 6th edition of the APA manual. Perhaps you'd like to consider a major paper. One student wrote a review of literature on the spiritual formation of elementary age students. An example of the type of work that is expected can be found by clicking on the Blackboard link to Outcomes of Christian Education. Another student wrote a grant proposal to fund a transition program for high school graduates with special learning needs to assist them as they transition to college-level work. And guess what? It was funded. It is now in operation at Southeastern. As you can see, the practicum is not just an academic exercise. It is designed to propel you into new areas of service. Another student developed and facilitated a Christian education workshop for Sunday school teachers, children's workers, etc. And this highly successful workshop was held at Southeastern and attended this summer by 50 people. You may want to also consider an action research project. Maybe you want to try something new in your classroom and measure the impact. Put those skills you learned in ed research to work for you in your practicum. A previous student developed and implemented a number of kinesthetic activities for teaching phonemic awareness for her kindergarten students and measured their progress. And they excelled. And by the way, that student is now the instructor for the Methods of Teaching Kindergarten undergraduate class here at Southeastern. Finally, you may want to also consider the National Board of Professional Teaching Standards portfolio development. If you're a classroom teacher, have 3 years of successful teaching under your belt, and would like to get National Board certification, you can combine your practicum with the development of the portfolio. Very important, you must connect with the district where you teach prior to the opening of school to determine the timelines for applying. There's a link in Blackboard you can take a look at National Board certification requirements. I will be your mentor for the practicum experience, depending on how many students are enrolled and whether or not I feel that a different faculty member's expertise might be more appropriate for your particular topic. Because of the highly individualized nature of the projects, you will be responsible for developing your own rubric for measuring the outcomes, in collaboration with me, of course. This course extends over 16 weeks. However, the work is due at the end of the 15th week so that I have time to grade it, turn in the grades, and get you graduated. Many of you may be taking educational research at the same time as this course, and I have to be perfectly honest with you, it is going to be tough. Ed Research is a very demanding course. I've tried to set up the practicum so that there is not as much work in the first 8 weeks of the course to accommodate those who are taking research at the same time. Weekly progress reports, however, begin in the week 5 of 16, so you will need to carve out some time each week for practicum work in addition to research. I will review drafts of your project at key points throughout the course. My goal is to have a marketable or publishable product that you can be proud of at the end of the 16-week period. So please don't be offended when your work returns to you with revisions. I like to think of the practicum project as a joint effort between you and your mentor. I encourage you to use the Academic Center for Excellence to review your writing or to make suggestions for improvement prior to submitting your drafts. I think that's all for now. I look forward to working with you and to developing an outstanding project that will reflect your knowledge and your skills with excellence. Thanks.